Hi guys, here Daniele. Today I want to give you some advice for try to play a little bit with your setup in Flight Simulator 2020 while you are using VR. So you know that in VR your computer is going to work a little bit more and so your setup um, had to be very optimized because if um, you don't put in the right way, you are going to experiencing glitching or like everything is going to be, I don't know, very very bad. You move your head and there is a latency, so you are not going to enjoy your fly, or your immersion will be very bad. So what I found is that you can even go to put everything very high or ultra in Flight Simulator, but and then try to reduce everything, try something in Openxr. How can we do that? So now we are in Flight Simulator 2020. As you can see here, um, here we are in PC in general right now. Don't worry about the Italian language. Try to follow my voice and don't be so much frustrated about my English, and try to be patient about it. So you go to general, then you go to PC, and before to go in VR, you go in PC because you have to optimize even that. The 2D, you don't need to put everything high here because you're not going to have that experience. Why? Because your VR setup doesn't need that setup here in PC version. So what you have to do is put everything down, even in the resolution of the screen that you can see here. Yeah, is in Italian, risoluzione a schermo intero, but resolution of the screen, the English version, you go here, you click, and then you put everything down, even 640 and 480. Then you put everything's vertical synchronization off, render scaling very low, everything's low, and you turn off everything you have to turn off, because that setup is not going to have any kind of improvement or any kind um, of it's not going to have any kind of effect in your VR. Okay, I found the word in English. My gosh, I'm so bad. Anyway, you go to VR and you can here see that everything I have, it's in ultra and high. Even the object level of detail, it's 200. Terrain detail, it's 165, and render scaling is 100. Everything is ultra, by the way. So how can be possible? Because you know that normally if you put everything high and ultra and you have not a powerful computer, wow, it's going to be a mess. You're not going to enjoy your flight because you are going to experience glitching. Everything is going to move very with latency, as I said before. But the reason why I did that is because there is a trick. So you have to download Openxr. So you go your setup, you click on your keyboard, Windows, you go to Microsoft Store and you search for Openxr. Now you are in Openxr, you download it, you install it, and then you be sure you go here before you open and you click on add on start and or add and on bar, because it's going to be more easy then to find in a second time. Then you open Openxr and you have three pages: home, state of the system, and developer setup. You don't need to do anything in home or in state of the system. You have to go directly in the developer setup. So here, I hope now you can see, you have your render scale, yeah, 30%. So very low comparing to the render scale of Flight Simulator 2020. That's why, because if you put down that, it's not going to make everything so bad. But yeah, if you can put you put that so much lower, maybe yes, you can see pixeled. But 30% for my setup is okay. So my setup is or my computer is I have a Ryzen 3600X, I think. I overclocked about 4100 gigahertz of speed, 32 gigas about RAM, DDR4. Then about speed, about the RAM speed is like 2600 megahertz, and then my graphic cards is a GeForce GTX 1660 Super. Another things that could change in especially in Flight Simulator with this really huge amount of data, it's the hard drive. So if you have a mechanic hard drive with mechanical components, it's going to be very bad. So you need to buy a SSD memory, a drive. In my case is a Sabrent 1 terabyte, and yeah, it's not so powerful my computer, but yeah, it works with that setup. So what I did that now, what I have done, I was trying to say, be patient with my English, it's not so great. Is that you put everything in lower custom render scale, 30s, in your case maybe it's 40 or 50, depends on your computer. Then you go to Flight, then be sure that you close your program, you open again, you go again to setup of developer setup, you go again to custom render scale, be sure that box, the combo box, is flagged, because if is not going to work. And then be sure that then your 30% in my case, or your 50% in your case, will be there. If you have closed your program and then you open it, you see change, it means you have to set up again. So you have to put again to 50 or 30, and you close again the program, and you open again, and you see, you checked that your custom render scale is as you set up before. Because most of the time, when you close and you open your Openxr, it doesn't save. I don't know why, maybe it's a bug, but this is how it works. If you want to check, is that then you go, another thing is that you go in your Windows Mixed Reality, as you can see. Windows Mixed Reality has the same icon, okay, of Openxr, but Openxr is a icon like I think is violet, and Windows Mixed Reality is white. Anyway, here what you have to do for increase your performance is be sure that you see that there is a mirroring. So even if you put your I don't know, you turn on your you click your button in Flight Simulator 2020, you can even see a mirroring in Windows Mixed Reality about what you are watching in Flight Simulator 2020. That is going to put low and drain a lot of memories, a lot of bits and power. So you have to put everything off. So you don't need to close the program because it's not going to work anymore, your headset. But you have to go here, you see, you go here and you click. Let me see if I okay, you see, you go here and you click on pause or interrupt. I think when you click, the mirroring is off. So now that the mirroring is off, you have more power, more memory for your Flight Simulator 2020 in VR. If you put that on, that mirroring is going to give you, to drain your memory of your graphic card and even of your computer. So once you just turn off the mirroring of your Windows Mixed Reality, you can now play a little bit with your setup in VR in your Flight Simulator 2020. And when you find that your render scaling in Flight Simulator 2020 is going to give you the smoothness, so everything is going to look great and smooth, then you can save. Another thing, if you want to see everything in a good way, be sure that you are going to turn on the data in Flight Simulator 2020, everything's on. So you are in Flight Simulator, as I said. You go in data and you be sure that here everything is turned on. So online functionality, image of data, being data from the world, photogrammetry. I don't know if it's in English the correct way. Um, anyway, traffic, live traffic, weather, live weather. That is very important if you want to have a real wind, or if it's raining, or the clouds are very low. So you are going to have a full immersion, a realism. The realism is going to be better. And so once you did everything that I told you, close Flight Simulator 2020, restart your computer, and turn on everything. Check Openxr, check the render scale that is correct, and in my case is 30%, your case will be, I don't know, 50, 60, depends on your, if you spend 2000 euro about graphic cards, or just 400 maybe. So then you go again to Flight Simulator, you open, you check that everything's in VR is turned on, that your setup is turned on in the right, in what you wanted, and that there are not any mistakes. And be sure the data it's very important, because the data, if you don't turn on the data, then the realism is not going to be the same, because everything will looks like, I don't know, looks like Flight Simulator X, so very bad, very low resolution. So be sure about that. Checked everything, and enjoy your flight with Flight Simulator 2020 in VR. Another thing that I want to try to give you as advice is try to buy a chart, a real chart for aviation in VFR, so you can if you want fly, you wanna like fly like a real pilot, you can make your own route. And if you don't know how to do that, I can show you in another video how to make a route. Basically what you need is buy a flight computer like that. Is from Jepsen. Jepsen. Let me see if I can show you the name, because maybe my pronunciation is not so good. No. Jepsen. Fucking Jepsen. No, wait. No, it's not easy because I don't see. I see everything's in the reverse, so I think you can see here. Jepsen. Anyway, the flight computer is something so important, because you have that side for making calculation, like, I don't know how much fuel you are consuming per hour, or I don't know, you have a leg to fly. Leg, it's like you have 2 checkpoints in your flight route, and you have these like I don't know, distance about 8 miles, nautical miles, because we are pilots, so we have to use nautical miles. And then you put there in your flight computer, you can find put in the your speed, maybe it's 90 nautical miles, and then you put your how much is the distance from two checkpoints on your route, maybe 8, and you find the time that you are going to fly. You need to fly for going from waypoint 1 and waypoint 2. And there are, and in that side instead there is like here you can just find the wind direction. No, you can find the wind direction. You can find putting the wind direction and the speed of the wind. You can, and the route. You can just correct your routing, and be sure that your airplane is going in that direction even with that wind, because the airplane is going to be always flying depending on the wind in that moment. So that correction helps you to go in the right direction and not going out your route. Anyway, we are. If you want, you can comment below my video, and if you like, you're going to like to that I'm going to make for you a video about how to make a plan route, how to calculate a route in your chart, how the chart is working, explaining you everything. Just comment below and ask me for that. I am going to make you that kind of videos. So now I hope you enjoyed my video. If you like, thumb ups, and subscribe if you didn't, and turn on your notification bells that you can find beside my subscribe button. And that's all. I'm so tired because I speak in another language, so when you have to try to explain yourself, it's not so easy, even when there is something more technical like that. So I hope you enjoyed, you understood everything I said, and that's all. See you in my next video. Goodbye.